All right, so during this year we have been working on the Latin American culture and a lot of history on it because we have an immigration unit. So I figured that it would be very important for the kids to know the history in Latin America, so that way they will have a little more understanding on how governments work in Latin America, why there is immigration into these countries. So we started going on historical either dictators or political figures. In my country, every year, this is a tradition that has been going on for many, many centuries, where we take somebody who is very important from that one year, and every year we make a dummy that represents the year that's leaving. At 12 o'clock at night, we fill them up with fireworks, and we burn them.
Why didn't we get to fill them up with fireworks?
No, you're not doing that. So you're supposed to fill them up with fireworks at 12 o'clock at night on December 31st. Everybody brings out they call them año viejo. Everybody brings the old year, but that's the name of this thing, becomes an entity. Everybody brings them out to the middle of the street and everybody burns them up. If you had a very bad year, you're supposed to kick it, insult it, spit on it, and beat it up with a bat. You're supposed to get all your anger. No, we're not beating it up. And then you're supposed to burn it, so you can get rid of all the bad stuff that happened that year, and you start with a clean slate, and you just eat and dance all night long until 6 o'clock in the morning the next day, so you actually start the new year fresh. So this year, because we've been studying all these guys, then we decided to do an año viejo in conjunction with the first period, which is the same class. And then we have some more over there. We have this guy, Che Guevara.
Che Guevara, he helped Fidel Castro with his revolution in '59.
We have, so this is a conjunction between this class and the other class as well. So they did Castro. I believe, who is responsible for Fidel Castro, guys? Who did Fidel Castro? Huh? Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
Another student from first period did Fidel Castro. So then at the end of, then they did this guy right here, Hugo Chavez, who is the dictator who was the dictator in Venezuela. And then with that, if you want to pass me Maduro over there, that's Ortega.
Doesn't matter.
This is Ortega from Nicaragua. We're having a big problem right now in Nicaragua with the government, so they did that as well. They have been, like I said before, they had been doing that beforehand. All year they've been working about it. And this is Nicolás Maduro, who is the president from Venezuela. So the idea was that the kids were trying to get the traits that really came out from the person, and they figured that the mustache was the big thing, so they made a big fat mustache on it. And they did a really good job. Very proud of them. And then this class also did Augusto Pinochet. We actually saw a movie about it. This is a dictator in Chile as well, 1970s, and just responsible for a lot of deaths, and why not? So this was my friend Eyeshine over there.
Look at him hide. No hide.
He did a great job. They all did a really good job on it. And so basically that's what we did. And then on this guy is Rafael Trujillo. This is the guy from Dominican Republic. These two guys right here work for him, and they did.
Come on, you guys
Coach Sip,
off camera.
Coach Sip, right there. Right there's the man.
And they did a really good job, because this is the one guy that they did 100%. I helped the other guys with trying to keep them together. Why not? Got my hands dirty with all of them, but there was so much work. These two guys worked really hard on it, and this is 100% their work. And they wrote a testament making fun of all the things that they did good and bad, or their physical appearance, which is completely inappropriate for this culture, but in my culture it's acceptable. So there was a lot of the cultural influence into it. So I hope that you liked it.